Hi, everybody. So this is Ray. I am here in my office, actually, at the college where I teach full time, and I feel badly that I'm doing this on a phone because with phones I never know where to look exactly. But my college system does not have a proper video recording package on there, so I'm recording this on my phone, and then I'll forward it to you shortly. Just welcome to week 2, and last week was a busy week. You were multitasking. There was a lot going on. This week you keep multitasking. So last week, let me talk about that really quickly, and do read the announcement below as well, because I'm looking at the announcement to make sure I hit all the highlights, but you do want to read it to make sure I haven't missed anything. So anyhow, for this week, I see you've sent me your introduction emails. I'll be responding to those, and then after I've responded to everybody's, I will plug those grades in, as well as the grades for your introductions on that main discussion board. If you missed anything this first week, or if you're worried you might have missed something, or if you're just confused and so you didn't do anything, reach out to me. It's not too late to get caught up again if you slipped a little bit behind. And I've not seen if anybody's missed anything yet. I've not gone in and read those introduction emails yet, but I will reach out to you also if I see you've missed something. What you don't want to do is stay confused for long. So if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or if you just weren't sure what to tackle last week, you want to get right back on track pretty much today or tomorrow, because this week is again a very busy week, and it again involves multitasking. There are two things going on. The first is a letter of inquiry. Now, the letter of inquiry has you writing to a company, or not to a company, sorry, to an embassy, asking for information on their home country, with the goal of preparing yourself. This is the case that you're writing for, the writing situation, preparing yourself for an internship in that country. So be sure to read the directions for that very carefully. And the most important thing there, and the thing most people who fall down on that assignment fall down on, is doing that preliminary legwork. Your questions have to be really specific, and you really do have to show that you've done some serious research already. And the reason for that is nobody is going to take the time out of their busy day to respond to you, to give you answers. My glasses are crooked. I've stepped on these a few times. They're just reading glasses, so that's acceptable. But anyhow, nobody's going to write back to you and put the work into answering questions that they themselves know are readily available elsewhere. That's the first problem. The second problem is you're wasting your time as well, because writing a letter or even an email and waiting for a response when the information is available online or on the company's website or wherever else, you could have immediate access to that. So why on earth would you take the time to email somebody? It will come across as, to be honest, laziness. And so if you are writing to a company to get more information on a job, if that information is in the job ad already, you probably have shot yourself in the foot in terms of applying for that job later on. So that's one thing. My arm's getting tired, so I'm going to prop myself up a little bit. That's one thing. The other thing to be aware of is that you need to, this week, write a proposal to me about the subject you'd like to write your recommendation report on. So you'll have to read through that stuff, and I know it's a lot to do early on in the course, but because the semester goes so quickly. So the final document you'll write for me is something called a recommendation report, and this will be due at the end of the semester. I believe it's week 6, but I'd have to check the schedule again to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure it's end of week 6. The recommendation report is something you'll write to a company or an organization to which you have access, and that's really important. You can't write to some big company, because I want you to, first of all, have kind of the insider's perspective, but I also want you to have access to people for interviews and surveys and that kind of primary research. So an organization, a club, a campus office, or someplace you've worked are the appropriate kind of subjects for that recommendation report. That's at the end of the semester, and that will actually be addressed to that company or organization, someone specific in that company or organization. What's going to be due this week is a proposal written to me as your audience, in making a case for your topic for that. So in other words, you'll tell me what you want to work on. The the lectures for this week have very specific elements that need to go into that proposal you're writing for me. So you'll fill those in, basically making the case for how and why you're going to be able to do this, why you want to do this subject, how you're going to accomplish it, and that you're able to accomplish it, and then giving me an idea ahead of time of what your work schedule is going to look like. So that is due at the end of the week this week. And that's, like I said, it's an important step in that process, and it will get you thinking about that early on, and it will give me time The reason we're doing it in week 2 is if there's something that, if your subject's kind of not appropriate, or if there's serious concerns that come up as I read through the proposal, there's a lot of time for you to retool and fix that. So I think that's everything. I don't think I've missed anything. Really, the key to success in any online course, especially these short ones, is to let me know if you have problems, questions, concerns right away. And so if you have problems, questions, or concerns, let me know right away. And have a good week.